So,
What's that?
so Morgan, you want to talk about the places you want to go to this winter?
Oh my gosh.
You want to tell the people where you're thinking? What are your top 5?
Well, preface it by saying we didn't go anywhere. In winter of 2020 to 2021, the furthest I went was Bushwick. No, we went to Manhattan.
Right.
We went to the ER a lot.
Yeah.
We looked at 40 mostly horrible apartments.
Right.
That was a hard winter.
That was a hard winter.
So, it definitely feels premature to be sure okay, let's book a flight to Jamaica for January because the world could be in a very different place than it is right now.
I mean, it is in a different place in Jamaica. That's the thing.
Exactly.
I mean, COVID-wise, we couldn't even go to Botswana because they're on a state of emergency.
Right. We were in Botswana in February of 2020. Mm-hmm. Came back to New York on the 12th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12th, 13th. And
so yeah, we couldn't even go there now if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Which we do.
But we hate the winter.
Just
want to get the fuck out of this place.
Want to get the fuck out. I mean, right now it's summer.
In the winter, and I think our apartment is.
Apartment's gonna be cold. It's gonna be really so fucking cold in our apartment this winter because our landlord, who's very sweet, is not necessarily intending to have the heat any warmer than legally necessary.
On the 5th floor. He has a thermostat on the 5th floor.
Yeah, exactly.
At 60. 65 or something.
Whatever the legal limit is.
Yeah.
Anyways, where would you like to go, Lollise?
I mean, I asked you the question first, Morgan.
Yes, you did.
So what are your top... what are the places you... the place you would most want to go to first? Yeah?
I mean, in January or December, I want to go to the ocean. Mm-hmm. So anywhere where it's warm and there's an ocean. Mm-hmm. I'd like to go to Senegal. Mm-hmm. We have friends in Senegal and an open invitation.
You mean my friends.
Your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have your friends in Senegal. Mm-hmm. That seems like a good option to me if we can go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But would you want to... I don't know, I feel like going in December, you're I don't know. I think that's also parent time where you're with Christmas, spending time with family. I mean, we're not there for Christmas, but it's more about spending time with family.
After that?
Yeah, I think so.
What are you working on?
I'm working on this hat that I don't know what inspired it. Maybe I think it was the Nigerian hats that you got for Papi. And I wanted to make some version of that with the fabrics that I had to match with outfits that I wanted. And so I'm hoping I made a gold hat, but I think I just don't know where it went. It just disappeared. So I'm hoping I'll find it in a suitcase or something that we have.
The gold hat.
Yeah. Do you remember me having it?
Yeah, you wore it at Come On Everybody?
No.
I
even at that point I didn't have it.
I remember you wearing it. I just don't know when.
Yeah. On my vanity photo shoots. Mm-hmm. that I'd have by myself where I'd take like 50 selfies and never post anything. Yeah. Who's this?
This is Hama Synth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The first record was by our friend Yoshio. Martyr and Yoni, Rhythm Matter. Great record.
Yeah. Yoshio. He said to give hugs and love to everyone.
Oh, you talked to him?
I just on Instagram. And he's in Nagano.
Yeah, that's where he's from, right?
He's from Nagano. And it seems really beautiful right now. I'd also want to go to Japan, but that's not really a winter plan because it's winter.
It's winter in Japan when it's winter here.
Yeah. Probably just as brutal, but just much nicer.
I really want to go back to Ghana, but I've been to Ghana a few times, and you know, we're working with Delassie right now. He's an awesome artist in Ghana, and I'm mixing his record, and we've collaborated a lot. So I would love to go there for that. I would love to go to the Volta region. Let me write
what you said. So you Senegal.
That was your idea, by the way.
No, but okay, all right, go ahead. And then Ghana.
Our friend Chris is from Trinidad, and he'll be there but you know, they've been really dealing with some COVID issues, so depends.
Yeah, and then where else? I mean, I said 5. This is basically great. What's your 4th and 5th?
I love being in Puerto Rico. I love being in Mexico. Both of those are places I've been to before. We've been to before, but they're also both like dealing with quite a lot of issues related to COVID, both with like people getting COVID, but also with like tourism specifically, like resources being allocated to tourism rather than to like helping people cope with poverty and issues like that.
So you're saying Puerto Rico, and which one?
You're just like, where are we going on vacation? I'm like, the world is burning. Like, maybe we won't go on vacation.
No.
Maybe we're going to stay in Ridgewood we did last.
I'm listening. I'm just writing it down. So I'm
whatever.
No, I'm writing it down. Who's this?
This is Les Jeunes Gaillards.
Where are they from?
Réunion.
Those islands are really...
My gosh.
They're really doing it.
My gosh.
Really?
Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of new music from like, not even that new, but from the Comoros, from Réunion, from Madagascar. Exciting music.
Yeah.
I would love to. I want to go everywhere. That's kind of the problem for me. And you know, I've definitely like, I think we've both kind of prioritized traveling in our lives, like getting to know other places, other people.
Yeah.
And it provides a lot of perspective. Like right now, while you know everybody's like opining about Cuba and Haiti and other places, it's like I find it personally very helpful to have had experiences there, even though I know those are limited.
Yeah.
Just to like be able to relate it to real people and real places and experiences that I've had. Not that I know anything.
Sure.
I know so little, but yeah, anyways. You know what I mean? It's different like when you're talking about a place in abstract and then you're talking about a place that you've been and people that you know there, and there's people you can ask.
Yeah, but
how's it going? What's it like?
Yes, but definitely that is a privilege anyway, to that you were able to go.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like even people who are from there who haven't been able to go, even, you know, maybe even for immigration problems, issues, they probably feel more connected than you do, even though they've never been there, you know. So, and I mean,
what
like,
do you mean?
I mean, like maybe someone is from Haiti but grew up here and might not have might be undocumented and has more of an American worldview of how things should be going, but feels connected to Haiti because they have family here, but also has, like, I don't know. I may be talking real bullshit here, but I think it is a privilege to travel, and
it's a privilege to travel.
It's not something that you want to throw at someone, you know, just because they haven't been there, even though being there gives you having gone there many times, it gives you a fresh perspective, and to know that things are way more complicated than they're presented to you, and including history as well, you know.
For real?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I have 2 of the strongest passports in the world.
Yeah.
2, not 1.
Yeah.
My father was born in the Netherlands, so, you know, he lost his citizenship, but right before I turned 18, he got it back. So I have Dutch citizenship too. I can work in the EU. I can live in the EU.
Yeah.
And I have U.S. citizenship.
Yeah.
So those are 2 really strong passports. It's a ton of privilege, no doubt.
Yeah.
But with regards to some of these political things I'm talking about, it's usually other privileged Americans who think they have some idea of how things are in other parts of the world that they haven't been. But, you know, whatever.
True.
I have no idea either. You're right.
Yeah.
What you're saying is very true.
No. I'm not disregarding what you're saying, but I'm just saying that, you know, like, there's always this fight with, and I know Puerto Rico is a huge part of the U.S., but there's a conflict between Puerto Ricans in New York or who lived outside of Puerto Rico, the island, and then those who are there, they're like, yo, you have not been here. You can't be saying all this stuff. What we should be doing, you know, all this stuff, you know, it's just like, live on the island for at least 3 years, and then maybe you can say something, you know.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
79ers gang.
Yep.
New Orleans.
No drama.
Real Indian shit.
I think I'm gonna wing this. No drama. No drama. All right, so I guess my picks. Wait, what had I written for you?
You've never been to New Orleans.
I've never been to New Orleans, but I also don't think I want to be an extra body that needs to be taken care of in
What do you mean?
I don't know, like, I don't know. Sometimes traveling is tricky. I want to be an addition instead of like someone, you watch tourists in New York and they're like taking up so much space and just like, you're like, ugh.
Yesterday we had to go to Manhattan, and I will say I was a bit upset to find that tourists were back taking up all the room on the sidewalk, completely oblivious. I definitely felt the rage returning.
Yeah.
It's like, I know it's good for the economy or whatever, but it's like, I really enjoyed the city being like for the people who live here, and also like that a lot of people cleared out who didn't feel like being here. It's like, it felt great. It was like the people who are here for the most part wanted to be here or had no other options.
Right.
Yeah. New Orleans incredible, but not without. And there's nowhere in the world that doesn't have issues, And like traveling, like you said, is a privilege, and like being somewhere, it's hard to travel, equitably, I guess. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Have you written in the book this morning? Have you written in the book at all?
No.
So we started a book yesterday of all the stuff we hear on the street, little snippets of conversation, and this morning there's a lot of drama. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of drama. I guess this song is reminding me of the drama. He said she's a spoiled brat. and it was coming from an apartment.
Wow.
By the YMCA.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, from inside an apartment?
Yeah. He was mad loud. And yeah.
Wow.
And I
just
don't,
yelling.
Just yelling. So I was curious, and I wanted to hear more of the conversation. I didn't go onto the fire escape, but I was tempted. Yeah. What's this?
What's what?
What are you playing right now?
It's too hot for the mixer is what it is. Turning that shit down a little bit. Some weird Zap Mama remix, but I kind of like it, to be honest. Oh, what happened? Did you cut something you were not supposed to cut?
Yep, it's okay.
Yeah, this is one of those, like, when you go to the record store for an hour and you listen to 20 records and you're like, maybe I hate records, and then you find a $4 record and you're like, I think I like this a lot. I mean, it looks like the cover looks like real bad, like real corny, like, I mean, I don't know.
It's not bad. Don't talk about Zap Mama like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I like it.
It's good. So far, what you're playing, what I'm hearing.
Oh my gosh. Way too hot.
All right. I don't have much more of this fabric, and so this mistake was pretty costly.
It's a costly mistake.
Yeah. I mean, it's cheap fabric, but...
Cheap fabric, costly mistakes.
Yeah.
You ever check out the fabric store at Ridgewood?
Oh, yeah.
Favorite.
Yeah.
That's what's fun.
Yeah. I love that place.
They're really sweet.
They're really sweet. I feel sad that I have a hard time remembering names, so I don't remember their names. They hooked me up with a factory on, like, it's not a factory, like, it's a studio on Myrtle Avenue where they can do like small runs, maybe of 60 pieces that you want, like dresses or whatever it is that you design. They will make it for you. Yeah, Yes, and so they're a good resource. They help me get find a resource to get my scissors sharpened on Myrtle Avenue. Oh no, on Fresh Forest Avenue where we used to live. There's shoe repair store with a mean guy. He used to have a parrot in the store.
He's not very nice.
He's not nice at all. He will yell at you for repairing your shoes. Yeah. It's not that great.
It's great to have so many local resources.
Yeah, yeah.
You can find stuff that you need without having to buy it online.
Yeah.
Going to like Target.
Yeah, there's a new craft store on Catalpa. There's a lot of stuff that you can get from here. I needed, what was it, horsehair braid. And I went all the way to the city, but I could have gotten it here. So it's great. I love Ridgewood. We've been getting Thai basil as well here in the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called Neighbors.
No, not on Fresh Pond.
Not on Fresh Pond.
It's
on Myrtle.
Oh, there's a spot on Fresh Pond?
Yeah, it's between here and Myrtle and Fresh Pond.
Oh, you mean the restaurant? No, we're talking about like so we can make our own dishes. Yeah, yeah, we used to we go to Zenith's Thai once in a while. Yeah, but we can get some fresh Thai basil so we can make our own dishes or fuck up our own dishes. But so, is this a PG show? Can I say that? Okay, all right, great.
FCC.
Yeah, so.
No, we try to keep it rated R.
No more mistakes. I can't.
No more mistakes.
No.
I'm about to try to mix this record, so I'll make the mistakes for you.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I know who this is.
Whose this is?
King Sunny Ade.
You want to bet?
I don't want to bet. You know I don't bet. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Dele Abiodun. Yeah.
All right.
But same time period, same scene, you know, that like the UK labels like Globe Style and Island being like, can we make Juju music world famous, like popular? Can we like make King Sunny Ade Bob Marley?
Do you think it was successful?
No.
No.
I think like
they
spread
Bob
that
Marley.
music a lot, but like Bob Marley was like a counterculture figure who was willing to like go mainstream and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And like King Sunny Ade was like a mainstream figure who was already making a lot of money playing for oil billionaires, and like, you know, his music, it doesn't translate in the same way.
Yeah.
It's great though. I love it a lot.
And his records are all over the place and cheap, right?
And cheap. Very cheap. Sometimes
from that time period.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I love cheap heat. And I love things like this, like that was happening. This is actually on Shanachie. I don't know how that's pronounced, but you know, like they also put out like Irish folk records and random things like that. But like it has a dub on it because, like, you know, in the UK they were dubbing everything at the time. So they're like, well, if we make dubs of this, like maybe DJs will play it,
yeah.
And maybe they did, and maybe they won't. But I do. What else we got? I'll play King Sunny Ade.
Yeah. All right. So I guess.
So what?
Back to the countries. I would Where would I go? I don't know. I'm afraid to say that I'd go to places that I've never been to, but I really would like to go to Haiti, or and to Colombia. Senegal, back to Ghana. Capo Verde. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go to like Turkey or anything, or Greece.
You wouldn't?
Not for our purposes.
What are our purposes?
To be in a warm place and to kind of relax and make music and be close to good music. I don't think I would want to do that yet. Yeah. Not that it's more special or anything. It's just more that there's so much more of culture that I would have to learn that I don't know if I would relax. I'd just be on high alert.
But you don't feel like that would be the case in the other places you've mentioned?
I don't think so. I feel like it would be, there'd be places to chill. Like I can, in my mind, I could recede in my mind and be able to let my guard down and to chill. I feel, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think because I think I could look Haitian, I could look Colombian, at least depending on where we're going. Obviously you can always see like the bright eyes of someone who's a foreigner because of the way that they're looking around everywhere.
Yep. Even sometimes when you go to Botswana, people look at you like you're not from there.
Yes. Well, not that many. So this is King Sonia Day.
Yeah. This is like regularly $2 all over the city. And I feel like if they hadn't pressed however many hundreds of thousands that they did, it would be a much more sought after record because it's got that like 80, or who knows, maybe I'm just corny, but I love it. It's got that 80s sound. Stevie Wonder plays harmonica on a track.
Ooh.
I mean, King Sunny Ade, I've seen him perform in New York twice, and like hands down, those were like some of the best shows I've seen
in New York.
Yeah. Just because his band is like, it's like wrapped around his pinky. Like he'll just like say something or play a quick lick on guitar, and like talk about like also dynamics.
Yeah.
Like, so many bands, like their records are great, but then when they perform live, there's no dynamics.
Yeah.
Like everything is like festival loud.
Yeah.
And his band is like, they could play so quiet. They'd just be cooking like that. And then like somebody like the lead drummer on Doom Doom would play something.
Yeah.
And then it's all just the whole response is just like, and it's like, wow, like that's so exciting.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. It's exciting for me too. I've never been to his shows, but I can imagine.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think he's coming this year, but
he's going. So how old is he?
He's up there.
Probably.
He's really healthy, or he seems really healthy though. Like when he performs, he's like got a lot of vitality, a lot of energy.
Yeah. I love that. I love a long musical career. I wonder, was he in any bands before he started his own band?
I'm sure he was, but I don't know that much of his history before he became a leader.
Carletta played with King Sunny Ade.
He did.
Do you know if he played longer with him than he did with Fela?
With Fela? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd have to ask him. I think there was like a time when they were like almost overlapping, and that's pretty rare. Like he had to choose.
Yeah. And I wonder.
And they're very different scenes. Like
Right.
Fela was not into juju because of everything it represents.
What does
Juju
it-
music.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like elite party music. It was
Okay.
like and
for rich people.
yeah, so
who
like they
oil money.
praise a lot of the songs, like at least traditional performance, they're praising the people in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and then those people are socially required to shower them with money.
Right.
And that's how you make money.
Right.
And that's like that's like the way high life is in Nigeria, and that's the way actually so many places in the world. That's the way that like traditional music or like roots pop music works, is like you charge something for the performance, but most of the money that you make as a performer is from you praise people.
Yeah.
And you say things like Mali, same thing, like the griots, like they're singing people's family histories, and you gotta honor that. You know, like this person is telling you about great deeds that your great great grandmother did. Like you need to give them some appreciation, and appreciation is money.
Yeah, no, I'd love that. I mean, you know how I'm not a history buff, but like family history. I want to know everything about everyone and how they got to a place, how they got to the place that they're at, emotionally, physically, financially. So that I would love that. I wish someone. We had a griot who knew a lot about our family history, but as you know, we hide a lot of our history because things become secrets for some reason, which is so messed up. Yeah.
Things become secret.
Things become secrets that don't really need to be. It doesn't matter whose father that kid is, It just matters that the kid is here. You love the kid, don't you? Just yeah. So, anyway. Okay, I think I'm gonna iron this. Probably. There we go.
The other thing that's so cool about this era of juju in Nigeria is I think it was King Sunny Ade who started it. He went on tour in the U.S. and he heard a slide guitar player or a steel, what do you call it, pedal steel guitar, and he was like, yeah, I need that in my band. And so then he got it, and then so Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey got it, and it just became part of the sound. It's like, you need to have that sound for it to be like, popping.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. I love that. Like different uses for pedal steel.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. Good.
I think I'm pushing your mixer a little bit much here. I keep going over the red into the red.
It's all good. We have some.
Cool. It's like DJs and musicians the world over are always quieter in sound check than at the show. They're like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna play loud. We like a low stage volume. And then first song is like, starts slamming the drums and guitarist cranks the amp right away.
Even as a sound engineer,
Yeah.
I'm DJing, I still crank the mixer.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, it's exciting.
Do I want to play which country do I think comes from?
Which country?
I would say, okay, I might have to hear a little bit more of it. Because it has a lot of influences, I feel. That bass player. Okay, I'm going to tell you the countries that it could be from.
Go ahead.
But it isn't.
That it could be from, but it isn't.
Yes, and then I'm going to go, and I'm not going to think of your response. I'm not going to use your response.
I'm not going to respond.
Yeah, okay, don't respond. Okay, so it could be Brazilian. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Brazil. I'm hearing DRC. I'm hearing, and also it also is a time period thing too.
Indeed.
Time period is very important. It also could be from Haiti. You're responding though.
I'm just nodding my head to the to the beat. I was considering what you said.
I'm gonna say it's from the African continent. And I know I'm right. I'm right?
Well, if you know you're right.
Okay.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. It's from the African continent. They're not saying anything, so I'm not even hearing if it's... Oh, it's a French country. Colonized by the French. I thought he said something moi.
You're right in so many ways. Or you're close to right.
Because I'm trying to hear it, because I can hear sometimes some differences between languages. If it's a part of a Bantu language, I'm like, okay, yes. So
it's definitely a Bantu language.
It's definitely a Bantu language. Could be. Oh, the song's ended. It's a Bantu language. I love this song so much.
Me too.
So was it DRC? No, it was.
No.
Okay.
But
very
nearby
Zambia?
Geographically to DRC.
Angola.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But it's a new record in an old style. So it's Semba from Angola, which is was more popular in the 60s and 70s. But yeah, it's a new recording. Turma de Bensal, Jairzinho Morgado. And so yeah, one side is what we just heard, and the other side is kind of like it's not quite a remix, but it's like a rework with Bachida, who's a Portuguese DJ producer who has some ties to Angola.
Okay, nice.
It's quite nice. And I think the label is also partially based in Europe. But yeah, really nice. And this is one of my all-time favorite bands of all time, of all music. Orchestre Kiam.
So good.
It's so good. It's so good. I don't know what to say.
So good.
It's so good. Makes me want to cry. I want to cry. It's and this guitar player was he had a short recording career, but I think he's one of the best guitar players I've ever heard. Yeah.
He's playing lead guitar?
He's playing rhythm guitar, but this section he comes forward and takes a solo. Lele Nsundi.
So good.
Nsundi.
So good. So good. Woo.
I
It's
wanna
like
cry.
not gonna need these. The 60s must have been like a magical time.
This is
On
70s.
70s?
Yeah.
60s, yeah, 70s.
Yeah.
On the African continent for the countries that were getting independence, and they had this fresh new start, and everyone was young, beautiful, and black, and
So much potential.
and opportunity at the time. And then for a lot of countries, then that wasn't the case anymore. But everything that comes out, pictures that come up from that era are so beautiful. Like everyone is so optimistic and just beautiful.
Before European and American colonial powers and local kleptocrats ruined things pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. All right. I'll try to do this.
Gotta get to know these records better. They're incredible. Okay. All right. Let's do it.
I have to try not to burn this fabric because it's practically plastic, and you're using iron. Using an iron on plastic. The temperature has to be pretty low, even when you're fusing this interfacing onto it.
Yeah, this music is like, I don't want to call it junk food, but it's like every record is great.
Yeah.
So it's like I bought like 10 of them and I barely know any of them because they're all great.
Yeah.
So not like junk food, like good fruit.
Yeah. Where are these the ones you got in South Africa?
Yeah, I got these at the Afro Synth shop in Maboneng that doesn't exist anymore. I mean, Afro Synth still exists, but he doesn't have a shop there anymore. But it's Tsonga music.
Yeah.
From the north, or Shangani actually. This one is Shangan traditional. Sam Sekisa Chauke.
Nice.
Yeah. Really
so good. So good.
90s records.
Yeah, this is, I mean, not maybe specifically this album, but this is what you would hear on Sunday afternoons, Saturday afternoons on the radio.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like Shangani and Tsonga music.
Yeah, it was really popular.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and there was a time in the 80s and 90s where people wore like Shangan dress and to some extent kind of made fun of it. They'd
you were mentioning that.
They'd kind of put like extra booty, you know, and kind of dance a little bit more hideously. Yeah. You know?
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I think about like minstrelsy and like the ways it pops up on the African continent, like But it's usually like that. It's like making fun of minority ethnic groups or like the other.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy shit.
So you're like, yeah, it's a tribute, but then you look at it closely and you're like,
is it though?
Is it though?
Yeah.
But it was still, but the music still came through, and you know you can make fun of the dress or whatever just because it's foreign to you, but the music slaps.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't make fun of the music.
No, you better not.
You can try.
You better not. But yeah, I haven't quite figured out how to play this music for dancers in New York yet, but I'll figure it out somehow.
I hope I'm not burning your table.
Okay. I have like 40 yards of that.
Oh, you did. You got it from the fabric store in Myrtle?
No, actually, you know Lorraine Conja? She was getting rid of a bunch of it, and she posted on Instagram, and I just made like...
Oh, sweet. Lorraine?
Yeah.
Damn. We've been
She
listening.
famous.
Okay, we've been listening to her album. It's so dope. Yeah. Woo. This is like, to me, it's like, I don't know. It's the most comforting music. It's like sitting on your grandma's lap and just like hearing her breathe. Yeah. Yeah, fabric not ruined. I didn't ruin it there. Although I did get a little bit of the red stuff on there. It's okay. I think I can probably like yeah, I can lint roll it. Oh yeah, it's easy. It's easy. Woo! What? Trying to do some fills with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? I think my mom would be so surprised that you play this music.
She would. I'm not going to imitate Mumby, but I can not on national television, but I can hear her voice
Yeah.
in my head.
Yeah, and I don't think I would let you imitate my mama like that.
On national television.
Only I can imitate her.
Also, some of these covers are really incredible. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
This is from Lesotho. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Semolapo.
Semolapo.
Semola. And I think how you pronounce that is bashweshwe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? Do you know what that means? I'm sorry, not to put you on the spot. Shit, I don't know what it means.
Shweshwe, I mean, there's the fabric shweshwe, the traditional fabric that's called shweshwe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
So, but people.
yeah,
people of the
people
shweshwe.
of the shweshwe, yeah. Ooh, sweet.
Records. Music. When it comes down to it.
This fabric separates quite a bit.
Like it just
create
turns into-
create holes. Just where it felt some tension. Woo! Yeah. So Morgan played a DJ set for me. When was that? Friday night?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was...
It was a pretty similar scenario to this, actually. Lollise was making a costume or a piece for a performance that we were going to do the next day. She started a bit late, like maybe 10:30.
Yes.
And I was supposed to play at a spot in Bushwick, and then the owner texted me like, hey, like our turntables actually are messed up, like I don't know, like I just don't have time. And I'm like, I can hook up your turn, like most likely you just gotta connect some things. And he's like, nah, like let's not do it. Like, okay, no problem. So then ended up playing for Lollise while she was working, keeping the energy going.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
And that was really helpful.
And we actually did that in 2020 a bit, like in the lockdown period in the first few months. Like, you know, there was a lot, like people were doing like live streams a lot. And I did a couple, but I just didn't I didn't really take to the format. I found it kind of like hard to like keep the energy going for myself to DJ for like a couple people tuning in, or just even if there were more people, just like hard to like feel the energy. So like we would have dance parties ourselves.
Yeah.
Or like my parents, sweet as they are, would like request that I DJ for them via Zoom. And so we did that a few times, you know, just like
really
they were like
sweet.
boomer classics, please. So I'd have to like dig into my Stevie Wonder and my Marvin Gaye and like
James Brown.
I think I sold all my James Brown.
Oh, why would you do that?
Because I feel like it will always come around.
Right.
So, whatever. You can't have every record.
This is from Capo Verde.
This is from Capo Verde. And it's but it's on a label that's based in New York, because it's like this music came out in the late 90s, so it wasn't on vinyl at all.
Right.
So he made a compilation of it, Funana from Cape Verde.
Yeah.
I love it. This group, Ferro Gaita, this actually I think is the best show I've ever seen in my life. In New York. It was at SOB's, which is the worst venue that I've ever been to in my life. Fuck SOB's. That place fucking sucks.
You're gonna say that on record?
I'll go ahead. They don't, you know, I'm never trying to play there. Like, fuck them. They're trash. They pay people terribly. They like overcharge for everything. It's a horrible place. It sounds terrible.
Okay.
Despite all of that, it was the best show I've ever been to. Like, it was like packed, like almost all diaspora crowd, and like this band, like they're graying, you know, like older guys, and like they brought so much energy.
Yeah.
Like the guy who plays the ferro, which is like, it's like guacharaca, like it's like a scraper or a guiro, but it's just like a piece of iron with some notches in it.
Right.
He was jumping, like literally jumping half the set, just like jumping up and down, and they're all like singing. It was like it's punk as fuck. Like it's so hype.
Yeah.
Accordion, ferro, and gaita. Ferro is iron, so that's the iron piece, and gaita is accordion.
The accordion.
So it's just, man, I love this music so much.
Yeah.
So hype.
So
anyways,
Capo Verde is on the list.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like my ideal party, like the best, like I could play all this type of things and people would actually like enjoy it and dance and be like into it and open. And I feel like I've almost never played my ideal party. Once in Berlin. Once in Berlin. But New York is hard. So I play more disco now because it's easier on the palate in New York. Whatever. Not to be bitter.
Yeah, sounding a little
I'm not
bitter
trying to be
there.
bitter. I just want to play what, I want to play anything I like. Isn't that like what all DJs want? To play anything they want and for people to enjoy it?
I mean, some DJs would disagree with you. Like, you have to read the crowd and you have to...
Oh, totally. I don't know. I enjoy doing that too, and I'm like definitely not above playing classics like whatever.
Whatever.
Just saying.
I hear you. I'm with you. Yeah. But it is nice when people just roll with you, and because you're taking them on a journey.
It helps when you mix well, which I didn't just do. Rest in
Menana
peace.
Pezul.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is.
Yes, rest in peace.
John Kanabe.
Yeah. Was it from COVID that he passed away?
No. I'm not sure what exactly it was, but he had some health issues. He went home and passed away shortly after.
Yeah. So he was based in New York, though. He was based in New York.
Yeah. You know, and it's one of those stories that we talk about. But he was big in Sierra Leone with boo-boo music, and boo-boo, that's this style with like sort of quote unquote modernized boo-boo music, which like was a traditional form that uses it uses like it's almost like rara, like they use like bamboo. They play bamboo like trumpet type things like that, and they drum on it. It's really fast. It's connected to some kinds of like street parades, carnival culture, also like masquerading and things like that. So he made a type of it that was, you know, like digital with drum machines and stuff like that, and he wrote his own songs and everything. And he was pretty popular.
Yeah.
And you know, then there was a horrible civil war, and he was in it.
Yeah.
And he came to the U.S. Was obviously like, you know, he performed for Sierra Leonean communities, but he wasn't well known, and he was working at a halal cart or something like that in the street, and this record producer would like talk to him when he was like when he was getting food, and he was like, you know, I'm a musician, I like, you know, I sing, check out my shit, like, and he did, and he was like, whoa, actually this is great. And then, you know, and then he like reissued it, or, you know, put it out on vinyl, and then started producing him to do original music. They did it at Strange Weather and all that. He had a band. It was like very Williamsburg and really cool. But it also gets into those things that we talk about. It's also the story.
Yeah.
It's just like
I discovered
this lost, you know, he was unknown, and now thanks to me. It's so tricky because there's music that I'm really hyped about that isn't known, you know, outside of the like small area where it's being created, and I would love to share it more widely, but I don't really want to have that relationship with music, with people, with, I don't know, it's tricky. And like that also sells, and that's why people go to those stories, like Summer of Soul.
Yeah. What's our story? She was, I don't know. What's our story, Morgan? The Lollise
You have to
story.
make up your own story.
It's true. It's true. I hate to lie though. It's just like
Don't lie.
or like stretch the truth. Nigeria.
Via New York.
I wish you'd put a pee cup here so I could pee in the cup.
Oh yeah, can I pee in a cup too? We'll just pee on camera. That'd be awesome.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, we could take turns.
Yeah, we'll take turns.
All right.
I can maybe generally just guess the country, but not.
I love that game.
Yeah. Oh, miro. Oh, miro. Doja. I think this hat is just going to be a hand stitched. I don't know how far I'm going to get.
Hand stitch?
Yeah, instead of like machine stitched.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You don't know how far you're gonna get today?
Yeah, but I think I've gotten pretty far. This is the most laborious part of it.
What are you doing exactly?
Because I don't have the pattern for it. I was making, like, using this hat to make the pattern again, and then I'm putting in an interfacing, ironing on an interfacing, because it makes the fabric more sturdy, and I do want the hat to be a little bit sturdier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put like something to reinforce it?
This is the iron on interfacing is a reinforcement.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not like you've done like with a cardboard frame.
No.
Or, yeah.
No. All right, I'll be back.
All right.
talk a little bit about the differences in DJing when it comes to like formats like digital versus vinyl?
Sure.
What you like about both?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I love what I love about vinyl. First of all, is like it's limited, so you're working with whatever you brought and whatever you remember. So it's a little less visual, I guess. Like it's more like you have to remember the feeling of tracks, the relative, BPMs or energy or vibes. So it's just more like more physical and more embodied in general. And then also every record has a story for the most part. Like, sometimes the story is boring, like this is a reissue, I bought it on the internet, or it's like a compilation or whatever, but sometimes it's quite interesting and there's music that I never would have heard except for the fact that I am interested in records. So I'll listen to a bunch of
Record shop and you just
Yeah.
came across it.
Yeah, and I listen to a lot of stuff I don't know just to see if I might like something. So like I definitely find a lot of music through digging for records that I wouldn't have heard otherwise. So I really like that. One of the things that I really love about digital is there's just so much music that's never going to be put on vinyl that
Especially nowadays.
especially
Yeah.
now, yeah. And I don't want to be limited. There's so much music that I love, especially contemporary African music, that's just incredible, and I want to be able to play it. And I don't want to, it would be actually ridiculous to try to put all of it on vinyl. Vinyl is a really environmentally unfriendly medium, and I'm more interested in collecting used records and compiling MP3 libraries of new music that I'm excited about. Let me line up the next one.
Do you two have plans on putting out a vinyl, or do you have
Yeah.
a rep?
Yeah, we have plans to put out a record. I mean, we would like to try to consolidate, especially now when it's hard. Oh, I know this record. Now that all the pressing plants are swamped.
Yeah, I may or may not have sampled this frequently. All copyrights not concerned, not included.
So, yeah, I don't know what I was talking about.
Putting a record out?
Yeah, we want to consolidate to try to have more, to put out both. I mean, the one that we had, the first one that we produced, and then a new record.
Do you plan on doing it yourself or working with an indie label?
Ah, that's
We'll see.
a great question.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We don't mind putting it out ourselves, but I think it would be best to partner with a record label. It's a lot of
It's
work.
a lot of work. I've done it before with a previous band, and we did a crowdfunding and we raised a lot of money, and it definitely it went well, but it was a lot of work. Yeah. But we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. I think we'll definitely press up the first record that we did, and also the next record. So we'll do it at the same time. Yeah.
How much do you think it would cost?
Now prices are going up, so I'm not sure. I did it a few years ago.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars. Yeah, costs a lot of money.
Like 6,000?
For both?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a low estimate.
Yeah.
For the record, I did not sample this for any Lollise music. This song.
What's this?
This song that we're listening to, I did not sample for any Lollise music. I didn't.
I know.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Matt?
Oh yeah, we're at an hour.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think. What time do you have? I have a prayer call. Oh, 2:30. I think at 3 p.m. I have a family prayer call to get on. My mom contracted COVID. Yeah. So, we're trying to support her in ways that we can't. I mean, emotionally support her from afar with prayer. And yeah, so I have a family call around 3 p.m.
Yeah, we'll wrap up soon. If I can stop playing all this fast music and play some slow music. This is Haitian Rara from Léogán, and I love it a lot.
It's great.
And this has some similarities, but it's from Ivory Coast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Senufo. How embarrassed would you be if I played our music?
Oh.
So in March 5th, 2020, we were part of Never Records, which is a cool art project, music art project. Ted Reeder does it, and this one was at BAM. And we performed. It was the first Lollise performance that we'd ever done.
Very, very first.
Very, very first. And we did it with a live band. And we recorded it. And the way he does it, he records and then does a lathe press. And he makes 2 copies. He gives you one, and he keeps one for his archive.
Yeah, he did it on the spot.
Yeah, so we did it on the spot. We did a couple takes. Yeah. It's cool. He's been doing it again more often, and yeah, we had no idea. Obviously, we were aware that COVID was a thing, but we had no idea that was like that we were right up against the wire.
All right. I feel like I have to introduce the song.
Go ahead. You don't have to introduce any songs ever again.
So this is from a live performance.
Yes.
Yeah, this is from a live performance.
Is there a video of this?
Yeah,
There is.
There's a video. Yes.
On YouTube, yeah.
Maytiana and Elena and Morgan Zwirlin and James Quinlan. Yeah, Maytiana Morales, Elena Canlas. Yeah. And Morgan Greenstreet. And
The lathe pressings are like very low gain, so it's like a very lo-fi medium. Yeah. Oh, totally. I mean, it was really crazy. Like at the end in the run out, he was like we were talking about like how it's made, and like how the needle actually is recording the sound. And he was like, let's do like an experiment. Like after the song like plays through, like at the end of the cut, everybody yell at the same time, like shout. And it's really faint, but you can hear it in the run out. Like it actually, the needle will record ambient sound as well. Yeah.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that part.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really awesome to do this in that way. Like,
and Ted is so amazing. He's
amazing.
Really great guy. He's
really sweet, really encouraging,
and knowledgeable, and a nerd in the good way.
Best way.
In the best way.
And he's a visual artist as well, but he's like a musician and like has like a very strong DIY punk aesthetic that he like brings to his creative practice.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and we brought Lollise's father with us too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also some pictures of us in here. Let me move those out of the way. I'll put them in front of this guy, who we don't know who he is, your dad's friend.
Yeah. Oh. There he is. Morgan. Mbi Due Mbi.
Yep.
Yeah. You're so sneaky, Morgan.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. You just snuck it in there.
You mean because I brought this?
Yeah.
Man, it's like, it's kind of nice that we have it.
Yeah, we're playing. It's like, if I think of it, like we're also playing Friends. Like we played Yoshio's music.
Yeah, exactly. And I would love to kind of like, I'd love to do that more.
Yeah.
Like have more. Actually, yeah. I guess that might be an interesting direction to take.
Nice.
It's another Friends record.
Who's that one?
Tauba.
Tauba. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, Lollise.
Yeah, you're killing it, Luke. You're bringing it to life, I should say.
Can you talk about like the point in this hat that you're at now? Like,
Oh yeah.
or maybe explain from the beginning.
So I had to remake the pattern from a hat I had made because I lost the pattern. So so after recreating the pattern, I cut out the pieces. So I have the top, and then I have the sides of the hat, and I guess the part I'm going to sew around the perimeter of the hat, and then I guess what's left is just sewing it together. And I wish I could have done that on camera. It's best done on machine, but I was intending on doing it by hand. Sometimes giving it a hand touch is nice. You can really, I don't know, it feels different. So where I'm at, I will have finished cutting up the pieces, and it will just require assembly. But at the end of it, I'll have a hat similar to this that I will wear with that gold outfit that your cameras captured so beautifully at Come On Everybody. That was so great.
That was a great thing.
Yeah.
This group is called Taba, but it's a collaboration between a friend of ours, Gabriel Sear, and Kusi, who passed away in 2020, who's a singer. They had been collaborating on this record for 10 years, more than 10 years, and like the plan was that it would come out in spring 2020 and we'd be touring in Europe. I was going to play drums or percussion. We'd be touring in Europe by the summer of 2020, and obviously that didn't happen in that way. And
who put it out?
Soundway. Yeah, it came out on Soundway. And so yeah, I'm playing on it, and some other friends of ours. Morgan Price is on it. Is on a lot of the record. I think he's on this track later. And also another Morgan. So many Morgans. Morgan Wiley plays keyboards, and we recorded his studio a lot. Yeah, exactly, from Midnight Magic. And yeah, so I think Lollise is gonna sing one of the upcoming Taba songs.
I have to write some stuff on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful record, like very like even and beautiful. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
This is you on the drums?
Yeah. And working with Gabriel is so easy. He'll be like, can you like do something that's like somewhere between Afrobeat and funk, but like also not? And I'll be like, yeah, I think so. And I'll do like 2 takes, and he'll be like, great, got what I need to work with. And I'll be like, I don't know. He's like, no, trust me, it's good. Like, next. So it's fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's very collaborative and flexible to work with. And also, like, it's always kind of a nice challenge working on his music, because things don't happen in like 8-bar structures. Like, it's often very like very like measure ambiguous, and that's like his goal, is that it stays loose. He'll be like, give me a lot of drum fills, but not in the obvious place. I'll be like, great, like that's fun too. So yeah, it's really good. I mean, it was really tragic, like that Kusi passed away, and it was potentially COVID related. They haven't exactly sorted it out. He had some health issues, and yeah, it just and so many lives just like totally exploded, like so many plans that did not come to fruition at all.
Yeah,
it's really hard. Oh man. Anyways, couple more.
Yeah.
Let me see about this. This one, yeah, the next one.
Do I know this?
No, I don't think so. I don't play it a lot, but it's a nice, it's a big mood, as the children say. It's El Michaels Affair featuring Pia Malik. I think so, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like I've heard some other stuff that they've done together. It's all like very cool in this vein. Oops. I think I was about to blame your turntable. I don't know. Might be my needles too.
That was the only skip, though, right?
No, there was one other one that was also on this side.
Okay.
That's the other annoying thing about vinyl. It's like there's so many like little anal. I mean, whatever. It's part of the thing, but there's so many like parts of the signal that could be improved or that can get messed up or whatever. Oh yeah. Delicate. Yeah. Whatever. I'm far from a perfectionist with it either, so it's like, you know, just try to. Yeah. On the. It's just ridiculous. You're just damaging some. With the.
Wow.
Stupid. Yeah. Yeah. One of the places that I play sometimes, like, they have 4 turntables, and the nice ones are like the Pioneer 1 PLL 1000s or whatever, and one of the tone arms looks like exactly that, like somebody just leaned on it. It's just bent in like that. So they're using these other, like, not like cheapo ones instead of those because, like, the tone arm is destroyed through some very preventable situation, I'm sure.
Also, don't try this at home. If you're gonna do any pattern making, do it the right way, not the way that I'm doing it. Yeah, definitely, you can do a better job than this. I don't have friends that make it for me yet, but I have wishes. There's a friend of mine who lives in the neighborhood, Jana Violante, who I would love. She makes like costumes for like television shows and stuff, and also like, I don't know, other people, other things, and I would love for her to make something. There's another friend of mine, Jimmy McBride, who is incredible. Incredible. He does really incredible. Should I say needlework? I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's kind of like embroidery. But he's a master. He works with so many artists, and I forget everyone's name, so I don't even. Amy Sedaris, he does stuff for her, and it all looks beautiful. And that's just one person whose name I can remember. There's this tatted up rapper, white rapper. He does stuff for. I don't know his name.
Who does? He does?
Yeah.
Tatted up white rapper. Sounds like way too many people.
He's really big. I just don't listen to his music. And
still sounds like potentially way too many people.
Tattoos on his face. Does that ring a bell? Post Malone. He's Malone. He does work for Post Malone as well, and the Canadian country singer who wears
Drake?
cowboy hats and stuff. who's queer.
Oh, Canadian? Sturgill Simpson?
He's Canadian, I think.
I have no idea who
Yes.
we're talking about here.
Yes.
Like, I don't think...
That's all our conversations.
Wait.
I'm like, I always describe where someone is from and and maybe how they dress, but then I'll never remember their name. I don't know. I think I should go to the hospital or something, try to get this sorted out.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
We kind of went all over the continent, and then to... This is Egypt. We did Angola. We did Nigeria, Lesotho. We did kind of do a little travel without...
Yeah, that's one way to do it, too.
Yes.
You know? Thank you so much for having us, Matt.
Yeah, this is so much fun. I'm so glad I got to start this top. I'm not top hat. Top hat.
Top hat. Oh, the other thing I love about playing records is that it's always an unpredictable journey. And that, like, the records kind of talk to each other in a way that I don't... I mean, that can totally happen with digital as well, but I feel like that's what was so fun the other night. Is like, you know, like when you're DJing from your entire vinyl collection with no plan at all and no whatever. No, like, you know, I mean, Lollise is like the hardest critic, but also I know that like there's a lot of music that we share. Mm-hmm. Like there's a lot that we have in common musically, and there's a lot of music that I can play for her that I would not dare to play for your average dance floor of unknowns in New York. And so,
Vice versa, I'm sure.
What do you mean?
No dub music, right?
No
Right.
dub music. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my
Although,
God.
you know, this, like, are you mad about this
No,
song?
I'm not mad about this
Right.
song.
And this is one of those, like, UK 12 dubs of King Sunny Ade that's just, like, a sweet spot for me.
Yeah.
It's like, I love dub. But anyways, yeah, so this was really fun. It's fun to be able to do that, you know, play records, talk shit.
Yeah, hopefully YouTube doesn't
Sure.
Probably not.
Yeah. I didn't think about that too much. I might have played a couple things that were a little bit... Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, excited for the series.
Yeah.
The most boring television possible. Me too.